Greg Masters at the WLSA Wireless Life Sciences Alliance Convergence Summit 2014 in San Diego, California. And it is my distinct privilege to talk to Stephen R. Steinhubl, MD, who is the Director of Digital Medicine at the Scripps Translational Science Institute. He's also a clinical cardiologist at Scripps Health. And welcome to the chat.
Thank you, Greg. Great to be here.
So this morning's theme, if you will, was on curating for outcomes. You were one of the keynote speakers up there. Tell us, what'd you talk about?
In my role at Scripps, I help design and run clinical trials around the digital technology. So we talked about the challenges with that and the need for the clinical validation. We have these phenomenal technologies. They're very exciting. They give us opportunities we've never had before. But healthcare is very resistant to change. Healthcare systems, physicians in general, and we talked about the challenges of really developing the kind of evidence needed to change practice.
So you're at a trophy property, Integrated Delivery System, who's made an investment in this Institute for Translational Science. What's that all about?
It's an amazing location and an amazing area, both from a standpoint of just within Scripps Health, but also just being in San Diego and being surrounded by all these very extraordinarily innovative environment, very life science motivated. But we're taking from the translational point, we're really taking a lot of the ideas and translating them into clinical practice, which in a way never gets enough of the credit of how difficult that is to do, because you've got very different expertises on the clinical side and on the basic science side, or the developers, the engineers side in terms of mobile health, and really taking that and developing the kind of trials that can change practice is it's difficult, but it's fun.
So vet the technology, accelerate the adoption?
If absolutely, without the technology really being shown, or providers, healthcare systems showing how that technology can be used in real world clinical use, without providing that kind of roadmap, the adoption is going to be incredibly slow. It's going to be a rare individual who kind of buys off on it. But to really get wide-scale adoption, you really need to have that kind of clinical experience that shows that it improves patient outcomes, that it improves healthcare consumer satisfaction, that providers are happier with it, and that it overall lowers costs.
So you're in some pretty good company over there at the Institute. We started the morning off with a clip by Nancy Snyderman, NBC, interviewing your colleague and co-conspirator over there, Dr. Eric Topol. So I think that's about maybe a year or two old. Have we made progress?
I think we've made tremendous progress. There's still a long ways to go, but so the number of technologies continues to increase, and in fact, I think is going to very soon, if not already, has outstripped the ability for legacy healthcare systems to really know what to do and get to catch up with that. But there's much more recognition since that clip that Eric did by payers of the potential of that. And in fact, it's because of that clip and others like it in Eric's book, and Eric just in speaking at different areas where the people who really need to recognize the importance of this and the real potential for change around it, he's helped drive. But the payers, the government, so the NIH is sponsoring now several trials around mobile health technologies. So we're still on the flat part of that exponential curve, but we're just slowly just starting to take off. But once it starts taking off, it's going to explode.
So you're hopeful?
Extraordinarily helpful.
Excellent. So are you having fun here at WLSA?
It's an amazing meeting. It's in San Diego, which is always great. This is bad weather for San Diego, where it's in the 90s, but zero humidity. And I grew up in St. Louis, and so I laugh at 90 and zero humidity is still great, but hopefully people can stay the weekend and enjoy the real San Diego weather. But more importantly, the meeting itself is it's always fun to meet with like-minded individuals who really, you could say this entire audience is motivated to change healthcare and to improve patient outcomes and to really solve problems that that are hugely important from a personal standpoint as well as a populational standpoint. And that's always really fun, and it's small enough and interactive enough to really allow you to meet people and interact, so it's great.
Well, thanks for stopping by today, and keep up the good work, and we'll keep following you.
All right, thank you very much, Greg.
So we've been speaking with Stephen R. Steinhubl, MD, Director of Digital Medicine at the Scripps Translational Science Institute.